Welcome to Style and Confidence, where transformative coaching meets personal styling for business success. I'm your host, Claire Silk, a transformative life coach and a personal stylist, passionate about helping women like you align your inner worth with your outer expression. Each week, we explore how to build lasting confidence from the inside out, so you can show up as your most authentic, empowered self. Whether you're looking to break through limiting beliefs, build authentic confidence and a winning mindset, or create a wardrobe that truly empowers you, you are in the right place. Get ready to transform your relationship with both your mind and your style. Hello and welcome back. I'm so grateful that you're here with me today. It's Christmas week. In fact, if you're listening to this on the day that it comes out, it is Christmas Eve. I absolutely love Christmas and everything about it, so I am very excited. Whilst it's enormously exciting though, it can also be a really hard time for many. Since my sister died, the excitement that I have always felt is still there, but there are also moments of sadness, and somehow the excitement also makes it harder. It's a weird balance as I flip-flop between emotions. I know for many others, grief makes Christmas quite a tough time. And also, for so many, the lead up to the big day is full of present shopping, food shopping, planning, juggling schedules and expectations, and all the things we think we should be doing to make this season perfect. It's a delicate cocktail of magic, happiness, excitement, sadness, stress, and hurry. And today I want to talk about a different kind of gift, a kind that can't be wrapped, but a kind that has the power to change the new year for you. I'm talking about the gift of self-belief. So today I want to explore what self-belief means, why it's the foundation for everything else you want to create, and how you can begin cultivating it, not as a New Year's resolution, but as a gift that you can give yourself right now. And because it's Christmas, I'll try to keep it warm, reflective, and hopefully inspiring without being too heavy. Perfect for a quiet, cosy moment with a hot chocolate, or perhaps on a walk. As I was wrapping Christmas presents the other night, I contemplated gifts for me. Years ago, I would really enjoy Christmas shopping after work on Oxford Street, Carnaby Street and Bond Street. I really enjoyed this part of Christmas. Often I'd buy myself a little something too. And now that I have children, life looks a little different, and Christmas shopping is less romantic and involves a quick dash around Milton Keynes and much online purchasing. I did wonder though, when was the last time I'd given myself that same level of care and attention? When was the last time I'd asked myself, what do I truly need? What would be meaningful to me? What gift could I give myself that would actually change something? I couldn't really remember. Like many mums, I spend so much time thinking about what everyone else needs, what everyone else wants, and how I need to show up for everyone else. But quite often I neglect to show up for myself. I think that's true for so many of us, isn't it? Especially at this time of year. We're so focused on creating the perfect experience for everyone around us that we forget to create anything for ourselves. Somewhere along the way, we've been conditioned to believe that giving to ourselves is selfish. And, as you will have heard before, you can't pour from an empty cup. As you will have heard before, you can't pour from an empty cup. To give others the gift of your full presence and your best self, you need a solid foundation to stand on. Self-belief is the quiet knowing that you are worthy exactly as you are. That your value doesn't come from your productivity, your achievements, or how much you do for others. It comes from simply being you. It's believing that you are enough, that you belong, and that you deserve good things because you are inherently worthy of them, not because you've earned them. I know that for so many ambitious, driven, accomplished women, self-belief is the one thing that might be missing. We believe in our skills, and we believe we can do the work. But deep down, there's a whisper that says, am I really enough? Do I really deserve this? That whisper shows up in how we speak about ourselves too, the self-depreciating comments, minimising our achievements, and the way we deflect compliments. It shows up in how we make decisions, second-guessing ourselves, seeking validation from others, and waiting for permission to move forwards. It shows up in what we allow ourselves to have, saying no to opportunities, not charging what we're worth, settling for less because we don't believe that we deserve more. I'm not talking about confidence in a specific skill or achievement, and I'm not talking about believing that you're good at your job or that you can accomplish a particular goal. This is much deeper, something that is foundational to all of this. Self-belief is the quiet knowing that you are worthy, exactly as you are. That your value doesn't come from your productivity, your achievements, or how much you do for others. It comes from simply being you. It's believing that you are enough, that you belong, that you deserve good things, not because you've earned them, but because you're inherently worthy of them. I know that might sound simple, but for so many women, ambitious, driven, accomplished women, self-belief is the one thing that's missing. Women that on the surface seem to have everything. They believe in their skills, they believe they can do the work, but deep down there's a little voice that says, am I really good enough? Do I really deserve this? What if they find out I'm not as capable as they think I am? That's a lack of self-belief, and it shows up in so many ways. It shows up in how you speak about yourself, self-depreciating comments, the minimizing of your achievements, the way you deflect compliments. It shows up in how you make decisions, second-guessing yourself, seeking validation from others, waiting for permission to move forwards. And also in how you present yourself, playing small, hiding, not fully stepping into your visibility because you're not sure you deserve to be seen. And then it also shows up in what you allow yourself to have, saying no to opportunities, not charging what you're worth, and settling for less because you don't believe that you deserve more. When you truly believe that you are worthy and that you are enough, exactly as you are, you stop waiting for permission, seeking validation, proving yourself. You start making decisions from a place of trust rather than fear. You can show up fully, as yourself, not performing, but being genuinely, authentically present. This Christmas, give yourself some time for you. Think about what you need and what you can do to build your self-belief. Try speaking to yourself the way you would speak to someone you deeply love and respect. Think about your strengths and achievements over the last year. Write down all your wins, big and little. Take stock of how far you've come and how wonderful you are. Like many people, I have been guilty of waiting until I'm ready before taking action, sometimes without even realising that that is what I'm doing. I'd also achieve things but then minimise them, still not feeling good enough. I kept waiting for confidence to come, thinking that once I'd reached this level or accomplished that thing, that then I'd feel good enough or have confidence. But that's back to front. Self-belief doesn't come from what you do, it comes from who you are and your thoughts and beliefs. As I've worked on building my self-belief, not through more achievements, but through deeper acceptance of myself and who I am, through releasing the belief that I needed to earn my worth somehow, gradually building the belief that I might just be good enough already. Doing this work is liberating. I feel lighter and freer. Carrying the weight of trying to prove myself and always worrying that I fell short of other people's expectations is exhausting. This is the gift of self-belief. It's a long game, but the sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel a difference. So how do you cultivate it? It starts with awareness. Try to notice the way you speak to yourself, the way you minimize yourself, and the ways you wait for external validation. Then it continues with practice, with consciously choosing to believe in your worth, even when it feels uncomfortable or doesn't ring true for you. Treat yourself with the same kindness and grace you extend to others. And then it deepens with consistency, with making self-belief something you deliberately work on daily. It's not just a one-time decision. One thing I've tried is speaking to yourself the way you'd speak to a friend. For me, I catch myself and think how I'd talk to my children. I believe that the way I speak to them will hugely inform their view of themselves. So how would I respond to them? Would you tell someone that you love that they're not good enough? That they don't deserve good things? That they need to prove their worth? Of course not. So why do we speak to ourselves that way? This Christmas, as you're thinking about gifts and presents and showing up for the people that you love, I want you to consider, what if you showed up for yourself with that same level of care? What if you gave yourself the gift of believing, truly, deeply believing, that you're worthy and good enough? Not because of what you've achieved, not because of what you do for others, not because you've earned it, but simply because you are you. And actually, that's more than enough. So this week, not in January, and definitely not as a New Year's resolution, I want you to write yourself a letter. Write down everything that you would want someone who deeply loves and believes in you to tell you. What would they say about you? Your strengths, what makes you special, why you deserve good things. Write it all down. Be specific, be kind, be generous. And if you find it hard, please don't stop. Keep trying. Once you start, more things will come to mind. Write it in the second person, so use you are, not I am, because sometimes kind words and compliments are easier to receive when it feels like it's coming from outside ourselves. Eventually, you will internalise all these things. They will gradually become how you speak to yourself. Keep this letter somewhere you can access it and read it through when you're doubting yourself or you feel like you need permission or that you're not enough. Let it be a reminder of the truth that you are worthy and you are enough and that you do deserve to believe in yourself. And then secondly, identify one way you're going to honour yourself this week. Maybe it's setting a boundary you've been afraid to set. We all know at Christmas it can be very hard to set boundaries. Maybe it's investing in something you've been telling yourself you don't deserve. Or simply giving yourself permission to rest without guilt, especially if you're hosting over Christmas. Whatever it is, do it. The gift of self-belief isn't just about how you feel. It affects how you live and show up, what you allow yourself to create, experience and become. So, as we come to the end of this episode, let's recap. This Christmas, give yourself the gift of self-belief. The deep foundational knowing that you are great exactly as you are. Self-belief isn't about confidence in your skills or achievements. It's about believing in your inherent worth, that you are enough, that you belong, and that you deserve good things simply because you are you. When you cultivate self-belief, you are able to stop waiting for permission and stop feeling like you have to prove yourself. You start making decisions from a place of trust rather than fear, and you show up fully as who you really are, your true self. Your action for this week is to firstly write yourself a letter expressing everything that you would like someone who deeply loves you and believes in you that they would want you to know. And then identify one way that you will honour yourself this week, because you are amazing. Never forget it. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And if you are listening to this when it comes out, then I'd like to wish you a beautiful Christmas, filled with presents, peace, and the quiet knowing that you are good enough, just as you are. Thank you for listening to Style and Confidence, where style meets confidence for business success. If you have enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, rate, review, and subscribe so you never miss out on our weekly confidence-building conversations. You can also connect with me over on LinkedIn as Claire Silk or on Instagram at Silk Style and Confidence for more style and mindset tips. Until next time, remember, true confidence comes from within. Style helps it shine.